Hi, so my name is Jovan Collins, and I don't know about you, but I've had a hard time paying my bills. I've had a hard time paying debt. I've had a hard time saving. And I'm not even going to mention just getting an understanding of the investing world, but all of that combined it's difficult. And you can't quite understand the stress and anxiety that overwhelms people every single month when you don't know the basics of that. So what I've done is I had to figure it out. I did my research and I consulted with people that I thought knew how to push people forward. And what I did with that was I created Yope. Yope is a personal finance club that teaches people how to do personal finance. Yope is there to help people feel better. Members get an updating video curriculum. They get a personal finance, they get a financial consultant to help them with guidance and accountability, and they also get perks. Member perks include things like $10 credits to products and services that they like, such as Lyft and Via. They also get access to events. They also get complimentary access to events, and they also get freelance remote work to help boost their financial goals. Each member has a different personal finance situation. So we try to address their motivation and try to help them through the process of learning personal finance and just living their life. So most people, most of their stresses in their lives are money related. So by addressing the money component to their issue, their life improves and ultimately gets better. The purpose of Yope.
That's great. So where did you come up with the word Yope?
Actually, it's a funny story. I went through a name generator and went through over 100 words, and Yope was the one that kind of stood out for me, and it has a nice connotation between hope and Yope. So.
It's Y-O-P-E.
Yeah.
I didn't even know artificial name generators existed.
Oh, yeah.
I could have named my kid Yope or something.
You could.
Oh, I take that back.
Yope fan license.
So what kinds of things do you do?
So the whole Personal Finance Club is an online and text-based service. So members log in to our website. They can watch a 20-minute video that actually teaches them how to allocate their paycheck, teaches them how they should be paying off certain kind of debt, and it teaches them the basics of investing and saving. Then they can schedule their appointment with a financial consultant that's assigned to them. Each member gets 3 free consultations every single year, and we text them every week on how to redeem their monthly rewards.
Right.
So people start with you, and then when they get up to $1 million, they go to Chris.
Yes. And the thing is, it's perfect because
It's a
a lot
smooth
of
transition.
yeah, it's nice and smooth. You now have the education, and now you can execute what you gotta get, what you have going on. It's perfect because a lot of members do have financial advisors, and our financial consultants work very well with the advisors because they can learn everything that the person wants to accomplish, and they feel less intimidated when they go to a financial advisor, or if they're using the apps that have them budget or have them save or invest. So it works out very well.
Nice. So I'm looking at your website. Membership is $1 a day, so about $365 a year.
Well, if you pay for the year, it's $300. So
Oh,
you save yourself $60 right there from signing up.
You already start to practice.
Yeah, I'm rubbing off already. Awesome. And what makes this any different than Albert or any of these other sites or apps out here that are helping people save money, track their finances? Like, why would I choose you over more established brands?
We are completely different. And I know everyone says that, but we are completely different. We are a clearinghouse for personal finance information. Our curriculum updates regularly, so you don't have to go to like a YouTube channel to see when they post their videos or go to a blog to see the updated information. We have there's a lot of great tip articles and great material out there, but we are lacking the foundation of what is needed. So I'll give you a quick example. I tell people all the time, if you're a first-time home buyer, you can withdraw $10,000 out of your traditional IRA and use it to either buy, build, or repair your home. And then people are like, cool, that's great. Yeah, what's an IRA? And then that's why Yope exists. So you can learn about everything and then apply it when it's needed.
So one of the things about personal finances is that you can kind of get started in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
And the longer you're going in that wrong direction, the bigger the problem gets.
Snowballs.
So how does somebody know that they need Yope or your financial advice before it's too late, before it becomes too big a problem? What are the warning signs?
Well, the warning signs are definitely personal. You can hit rock bottom and then say to yourself, okay, I need to make a change. Or you can just take a second, feel how you feel about your personal finance situation, and then make the change. So it's very like personal finance. It's very personal with your finance. It's a very customized kind of situation when people need to hop in.
So everybody's going to have a different,
I won't want to say
Different trigger
breaking
point.
point. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, trigger is better.
Can I ask a question? You mentioned that you use text or you text your members. Do you find that much more effective as far as for them to follow curriculum, or what's the thinking behind that?
Absolutely. So Yope is actually 3 years old, and we started out doing things traditionally, emails, workshops, groups, things like that, and those are effective. However, in this day and age, we don't check emails. We don't check, as to say, sometimes we don't check text messages, but it's the getting to people and how they communicate that makes it effective. We do the texting for all members, but they also have a choice to get DMs on social, whichever platform they use.
Question, I'm looking at your website and I'm curious, and maybe this is just my Dave thing happening, but my question to you is this. If you're about finance, then why would you pick a site called Yope Today as opposed to yopefinance.com?
Finance, the word finance, personal finance, financial education, the meaning is lost. The words have lost its meaning. When you say I'm a financial education company, people just glaze over it and say, oh, I don't need finance help. I'm fine with it. And it puts people in a box of thinking, and that's why we...
Like going to a Chamber of Commerce meeting and every other person is a financial consultant.
Right,
That.
right. And then you don't even care what area of finance they're dealing with.
finances can be tough though, because finances are the truth.
Yes.
And you can think about your business and your offering and your product and everything, but the truth is in the numbers, right?
Right.
And we were talking with somebody the other day who creates seminars. They have a whole series of business seminars. They have a finance class. It's the one that's the least attended.
Mm-hmm.
People will sign up for it, they'll pay for it, but they won't show up. And that's a consistent habit.
It actually goes back to what Dave was saying before, and how you're saying now. Numbers are numbers, and it makes sense. It's the emotion that is behind numbers, and in this case, money, and it equates to value. So that makes it difficult for people to actually do certain things, to execute certain tasks, or just change little habits about themselves that would make them prosper. And that's why, Yope is there to help everyone out. We destimulate like just personal finance in general, just to make it a little easier to understand and more relatable. We all have the same problems, all of us. No matter how rich you think someone is or how poor someone is, we all are doing the same thing with numbers and money.
Can you talk a little bit more about the perks component?
Oh yeah, perks are great.
Yeah.
Everyone loves the perks.
Yes.
So the personal finance part, awesome. It will help your life. The $10 credits that every single person gets
Right.
is the thing that curbs overspending, but it also gets people out. So this month is actually Lyft. Everyone gets a $10 credit to Lyft. You just go on the site, you put your Lyft account email in there, and boom, it gets deposited right into your account. Now, when you're out and you're coming back from late night or something like that, and you usually would take a car home, and it would kick you over budget by like $20. Now we got you, and plus the access to events. We have yoga. We have different kind of local activities that people can attend for free, so they can go out and have fun without spending money. And
Yoga, work off your financial stress.
yes, exactly. All health and
The
wellness.
downward dog. Oh,
There you go.
What is your biggest challenge right now with your business?
Right now, it is the destigmatizing of personal finance. It's ingrained in us for centuries, and that has been the biggest challenge. However, we kind of hit a good streak because our members are also very talented. So our freelance remote work that we offer our members is actually them speaking about their financial situation in the form of dance, art, singing, all that stuff. So they get paid to express how they feel about personal finance, which connects other people to personal finance.
You mentioned that you're 3 years old. Could you talk a little bit about your growth and your customer acquisition through that time period?
Yeah, so I started out doing workshops in we work in Brooklyn, and it was, I know lectures and workshops, so you have a room full of 40 people and no one wants to raise their hand, no one wants to talk, you are getting lectured to. So I started out doing workshops with 10 people there. I would take financial advisors, we'd go through the gauntlet, budgeting, saving, investing, all that fun stuff. And it was very cool, but people wanted a little bit more. They wanted that personal thing, so we added the financial consultant to things. And then we said, okay, we shouldn't limit it between 5 and 6 p.m. Monday through Fridays. We should open it up online and have it where someone could sign up at 2 in the morning and take care of all their stuff and then meet with someone when they're awake.
This has been fantastic. What is your website again?
It's yopetoday.com. So if you think like you have to yope, just do it today.